Hey, Sonja Badazy here from Success Fitness. Today we're going to do a yoga Pilates fusion. It is Wednesday. So what we need is a mat, maybe have some water if you have not been fully hydrating today. It's not necessary unless you feel thirsty, right? So don't guzzle it down, maybe just sip it as we're doing the class. So as I said, we need a mat. We don't need any other equipment for this class. So let's start with just doing some deep breathing. We're going to start with lying down, right down onto your back. And I just really want you to implant your spine. So think about from the lower part of your back all the way up to your shoulder blades. Hands go just down beside you to start and really get a good feeling for your big toe, little toe, your feet evenly planting, pulling that pelvic slightly in. Don't force it. Relax those shoulders into the ground. All right, so just being mindful, being in the moment. We're going to take one hand on your belly. We're going to take the opposite hand on your chest. And I want you to take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And an exhale through your mouth. And as we're doing this inhale and exhale, I want you to think about, where is the breath going? Is it stopping at your chest, or do you feel your hand rising in your belly? Close your eyes with this. Get into that belly, exhaling it out. And again, deep breath in. And exhale. If you do not feel your hand rising on your belly, that means you're stopping your breath in your chest. And when we're very stressed out, that's usually what happens, is that we're breathing mostly from our chest, and our body can't really find that nice calmness that it needs. So we need to figure out, and how do we get deeper down into it? Okay. Now for your next breathing, what I'd like you to do is take your hands and put them right around your rib cage. Okay. So press your hands around the rib cage. I want you to take a deep breath in, and I want you to think about expanding the rib cage to the side. So take a deep breath in. And I want you to feel the rib cage opening and then pressing and compressing it back in. Okay, and again. And again, inhale. And exhale. Give me one more. Deep breath in. Really try to focus on that breath, right? To being really centered into this moment. I really want you to be more into the now. Do one more deep breath in, expanding the rib cage. And exhaling it. Good job. Okay, from there, your hands go back down beside your hips. We're going to pull those heels a little bit closer towards your buttocks. We're going to make sure your ankles, knees, and hips are aligned. Okay. We're going to do a nice little bridge up. So pelvic tucks in, one vertebrae at a time off the mat. And I want you to bridge it up and hold. Once we're up here, I want you to feel your shoulder blades taking most of your weight. We're going to squeeze those glutes nice and snug. I want you to feel your hamstrings working, your glutes working, your lower back working. Don't force anything to the point of discomfort, but I do want all your muscles to contract, even your quads. Okay, hold it right here. Deep breath in. Exhaling it out. And again, inhale in. Exhale out. One more time. Inhale in. Exhale out. One vertebrae at a time. Let's set it back down to the floor. Good. We're going to keep your ankles, knees, and hips the same way. This time, we're going to bridge it up and down, thinking one vertebrae at a time. Okay, so pelvic tucks under, one vertebrae at a time. Are you ready? Up we go. One. Releasing it one vertebrae back down at a time. And again, exhale two. Releasing it back down. Really feel your spine working like a zipper. So zippering it up, now zippering it down. Start at the top part of your spine, tailbone release. Lower part of the spine all the way up, squeeze. Releasing it back down, arch. Up we go, squeeze those glutes on the way up. Releasing it back down. Don't go too fast. Really try to think about each movement. Exhale up. Inhale, releasing it like a zipper. And again, exhale up. Releasing it like a zipper. Your knees, hips, and ankles, nothing is moving. So you're not popping your knees in and out. And release. Give me one more of these. Exhale. And inhale. Awesome. So this is a nice way of warming up your spine, warming up your abdominals, right? So it's a really nice way to get started. We're going to take our arms into a T, so right beside your shoulders. Your feet stay the same. Pelvic stays tucked in, so our lower back is nice and comfortable. So when we're here, you're going to notice I can actually shove my hand right in there. I want you to pull your belly button in. Arms come out like a T, lateral to the sides. Press your feet together this time and your knees together. Drop your knees over to one side. Give it a nice stretch here. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, pull that belly button in, get it back to the center. Drop the knees over to the other side, nice and gentle. So if you have a lower back issue, just be gentle here. Hold it for 4, 3, 2. Let's go back to the center. Use your core one more time. Over to one side. Holding it for 4, 3, 2. Don't forget to breathe. Back to the center. And again, over to the other side. Let's hold it for 4, 3, 2, and back to the center. From here, we're going to pull both knees into your chest. You can hang on to the top of the knees or behind your knees. So if you have weakness in the knees or soreness in the knees, it's better to wedge your hands behind those knees. Pulling them in and give yourself a gentle rock, massaging through that lower back. Good job. We're going to let our knees go to a 90-degree angle so your knees and hips are aligned. We're going to still press your feet and your knees together. Don't let them come any closer towards you, so press them away from you. Arms go back to the T. And again, we're going to drop your knees to one side, but this time we're going to do 10 in total without pulling the knees closer towards your chest, okay? So drop them over to one side. Keep your shoulders on the ground. Now use your core. Pull it back to the center and gently over to the other side, like a windshield wiper. And back to the center too. And again, notice my knees stay exactly the same. 3, and center. Every time we press back to the center, try not to use your hands that are on the floor. Use those core muscles to pull yourself back up with. Okay, 5, and pull. Good. And again, 6, and pull. Awesome. And again, 7, and lift. And again, 8, and lift. Good. 2 more. You hear a little bit of popping, right? Adjusting in that spine. 1 more. Just be careful. We don't want no pain. And in we go. Good. Pulling the knees into your chest. Hold it right here. We're going to let one leg extend fully down to the floor. We're going to keep the one knee towards your chest. Again, you can hold on to the back of the knee if that's a little bit more comfortable. Stretching out those hip flexors, stretching out the glute in the opposite, pulling it in nice and snug. Let's hold it right here, feeling that nice stretch. But what I want you to do is lift your shoulders this time and pulling in a little bit closer. Hold it, hold it, hold it for 4, 3, 2, and then releasing it back down. We're going to keep that same knee up though, and I want your opposite leg to lift off the ground, pointing both toes. Lift your head and shoulders back up, chin tucked in. Lift from the shoulders, and we're going to alternate pulling those knees in. Ready? Switch it. 1. Switch it. 2. Good. Switch it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If this bothers your neck, 10. Let your head come down. 11, 12, 13, 14. Keep going. 15, 16. I'm not really pulling my knee in. I'm letting my core do that. 2 more. 1 more. Pull both knees in, laying back down. So our neck can sometimes get a bit tired from this. So drop your ear to one side, stretching through the neck. Drop your ear over to the other side, stretch your neck. Taking it back to the center. Left knee stays in. Right leg goes all the way down to the floor. Pulling that knee in nice and snug. Let's lift your shoulders again. Give those hip flexors a nice little stretch. And if you were on the other side, you're just going to do it on this side, right? So if you were right, left, right, just you really do have to kind of pay attention in the moment. Am I on my right? Am I on the left? What's my other side? So we get a little bit confused, right? Lifting the shoulders, which I just did, by the way. Holding it right here. Pull, 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 pull. We're going to release it all the way back down. Give your head a little break. Opposite leg off the ground. Point both toes. Back to single leg stretches. Yes? Lifting it up and go. 1, 2. I'm just guiding my knee. I'm not pulling my knee. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lifting from my shoulders. Come on up. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Last 2. And 1. Beautiful. Pull both knees back in. Whew. Drop your ear over to one side, stretching through the neck. Number 1 complaint in Pilates is definitely the neck discomfort. We're going to take it over to the side. Number 1 complaint probably in yoga would be wrists, right? That's usually what we hear there. So we got to work up to these things. And back to the center. One leg straight down to the floor. Opposite leg. Hold on to the back of the knee and straighten that leg right out. Yeah? We want to feel that stretch in the hamstring. If you are super tight and you have a nice little strap that you can hang on to, a belt, a tie, anything, or a little rope, pull on it and then keep your leg that way. If this is too difficult, we're going to hold it right here. Let's circle that ankle around. One direction. Let's circle it the other direction. Good. Pointing that toe up. Let's lift those shoulders, walk up your hands a little higher on that leg. Try to get that leg a little straighter. Let's go into that stretch a little deeper. Hold it, and now flex your foot. Ooh, yeah. Let's get those calves in there. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Excellent work. Let's take those shoulders and head back down. Take this leg, just bend it for now. Get the other leg up there, then straight this leg out so that your lower back has lots of support. Circle the ankle one direction. Circle it the other direction. Good work. Pointing it up, hold it. Try to get that leg as straight as you can, right? Grab a strap, grab a rope, and up we go. Good, hold it. Flex your foot. It will intensify that stretch. I don't even know if that's a word, but you know, feels harder. How's that? Flex your foot. Keep holding it. Keep holding it. Keep holding it. And releasing it down. Pull both knees back in. Give yourself a gentle rock side to side. We're going to do straight-legged leg drops. We're going to do, we'll call them scissors as well. So we're going to take one leg down, just like what we did with the single leg stretches, but I want you to keep this one straight up. Walk your hands straight up there. We're going to do a double pump. I want you to pull it in for 2 and then switching to the other side. Yes, lifting from the shoulders. Ready? 1, 2, and switch. 1, 2, and switch. 2, and switch. Don't forget to breathe. 5, 6, 7. Legs are straight. 8, 9, 10. Keep going. 11, 12. Point your toes. 13, 14, 15, shoulders are lifted. 16, if that's too hard on your neck, lower your head. 18, two more, legs are straight. One more, and release. Rock it up, seated position. Whew, how are we doing? Right? Tilt your head side to side, right? Loosen up that neck a little bit, right? Looking over your shoulder, looking over your shoulder. Good work. Excellent job. Okay, we're gonna have this nice seated position. We're gonna take our hands a little bit wider than your mat. If you don't have a mat, don't worry about it. Just go a little wider than your hips, okay? Hold it right here. Now, if this is difficult for you to be nice and upright, maybe sit against the wall. You can also use a ball against the wall and then put your back against the ball, right? So there's all different ways of maybe getting in this position. Tucking that tailbone just slightly under, but not too much, right? So again, we don't want to be slouching into it, just get in a comfortable position. Sometimes I find a block underneath my hips will work. From here, we're going to take our hands, and we're going to walk them out to the front. So I want you to go as far as you can without rounding your spine. Yes? Relax your feet to start. So we don't want to be here, okay? So just walk it out as far as you can. Come on, you can go a little further. And let's hold it. Now we want to feel a little stretch in the back of those legs. So what I want you to do is flex those feet again, what we did earlier, and hold. So this will intensify that stretch again. Breathing into it. Oh, yes. Keep holding it for 4, 3, walk forward if you further if you can, 2, and walking it back. Good, nice and upright. All right, hands are gonna be just in front of you, arms extended away from your shoulders, and we're gonna do a nice little push forward, 1, and back upright. Yes, and again, pressing it forward, 2, and back upright. And again, 3, good, and 4, come on, reach for it. And again, like you're trying to reach to the wall. 5, good, and again. 6, 7, try to go a little further if you can. 8, keep that back as flat as you can. 2 more. 9, good, last one. 10, and release. Whew, I'm gonna take those legs together. All right, shake them out. Good work. I'm gonna hold it right here. We're gonna have our arms out to the sides. And we're gonna rotate our body as far as we can and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, back to the center. Let's twist to the other side and hold it. Twist from the torso for 5, 4, 3, 2, back to the center. Let's do that one more time to one side. Ready? Across we go. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and back to the other side. And again, 5, 4, 3, 2, and back to the center, releasing those arms back down. Give me a nice little rotation of the shoulders. We're gonna do that same position, but we're gonna pulse it this time, okay? So we're gonna have those arms in the T. Ready? Arms out to the side. We're gonna rotate, pump for 2, then back to the center. Now, do me a favor here. When you're rotating, it's not the arms rotating, is your torso rotating, and are you really focusing on your core, paying attention to that control that happens through that rotation, and it's your core doing the tightness, release, okay? Arms out to the side. Are you with me? Let's do it. 1, 2, center, other side. 1, 2, other side. 3. Now I want you to do the exhaling for 2 on the pump, okay? 4, 5, 6, nice and upright. 7, 8, 9. Arms are up. Give me 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 more. 9. Last one. Whew, and release. How are the shoulders? They're good, right? Walking those hands to the side, walking them all the way forward. Let's hold it right here. Nose to knee. Now you can round your spine a little bit if that feels comfortable. Let's hold it right here. Now, flex your feet. Can you grab your toes? Grab your toes. If you can't, don't worry about it, right? But flex your feet as much as we can. Get that nice stretch in those calves. And nice and upright. Good. We're going to do a little roll down. We're going to hold it right here with your legs straight though. And this time I really want you to tuck your tailbone under and think about one vertebrae at a time coming down into a lying down position. Okay, so your arms are going to be in front of you. Ready? We're going to slowly come down. Tuck your tailbone under. One vertebrae at a time. Down we go. Extend those arms. Coming all the way back up, one vertebrae at a time. Tuck your chin in, one vertebrae without your momentum, reaching forward. Yes? Let's do that again. Tailbone tucks under 2. Extend those arms. All the way up, chin tucks under. I always find this one, you scoot along your mat a little bit, so you are going to lose your place on your mat, and you might lose your pants. And 3. Good. And again, nice and slowly down. Extend those arms. And again. Good. And again, down we go. Nice and controlled, right? There's no momentum down. There's no momentum up. Control it, right? So as I'm going down, tuck my tailbone, one vertebrae at a time. Extending those arms, keeping my core engaged, not letting my lower back do all the work, making my core do the work and reach. Nice. And again, give me 4 more. Down we go. Extend. Up we go. To the toes. 3 more. Down we go. Extend. Up we go. And reach for the toes. 3 more. Down we go. Extend. Up we go. No momentum. Use your core. 2 more. Down we go. Up we go. 1 more. Down we go. Up we go. And release. How'd you do? Did you lose your pants? I did. All right, readjusting. All right, from this position, rotate, looking over your shoulder, just getting that spine loosened up. Over to the other side, same thing. Back to the center. We're going to bend those knees. Sliding those hands underneath the knees, shoulders down and back, okay? Core is engaged. Let your spine, your torso come back until your arms extend. So the distance between your shoulder to your knee is where your hands are landing, right behind the knee, okay? Let's hold it right here. Your hips, knees, and ankles are aligned. Let's get the feet off the ground. Boat pose. You should be on the meaty part of your bum. We're not on our tailbone. Meaty part on the bum. Let's hold it. Can you get your hands out of the equation? Hold it. Don't let this go. All right. Now, are you up for a bit of a challenge? Straighten those legs. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, 2, 2, and release. Come back into a seated position. How did you do on that one? So that one is a good challenge for your boat pose to go that one extra step with the legs going straighter. Okay, call it a teaser boat. All right, we're gonna go into a roll down all the way. Spine comes down. Okay, so this is how it's gonna go. 90-degree angle of your legs. Boat pose. So you ready? Roll it up. Straighten those legs. Bend those legs. Come back down. Oh yes. Come back up. Boat pose. Straighten those legs. Come back and roll it back down. If you need to place those feet down, under down, you can totally do that. So what you can also do, your next level, is rolling it up from here. I actually find that harder. Boat pose. Straighten those legs. Bend them back. Feet back down. Rolling it back down. Yeah? Right? Or you can stay here or here, coming up, coming down, coming up, coming down. Where are you at? All right, so I'm giving you all these different versions. And back down. 4 more. Up. And back down. 3 more. Up. And back down. Yes? 2 more. And back down. 1 more. Hold it for 4. 3, 2, cross your legs, upright position. Whew. When we're nice and upright, walk your hands forward, stretching through the hips and lower back. So a lot of different positions, poses, exercises we can change, right? To make them easier or harder. All right, we're gonna go on to your side. We're gonna have our legs extended. Our feet are flexed. So we don't want to point them, not in neutral. I want you to flex them a little bit more. We can go right down on your hand. And we're gonna, basically your setup is your hips are a little bit more to the back of your mat and your legs are angled a bit more forward. Okay, so think about the front corner of the bottom there. Flexing your feet, we're gonna take that top leg up and down. Okay, so this hand can support you, lifting it up. 1, 2, good. 3, 4, 5, keep going. 6, 7, flex that foot. 8, 9, keep going. 10, your hip is working, your obliques are working. 11, keep going. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 3 more. Should feel that burn. 18, last 2. 1 more. And 20. We're going to take that top leg, sliding your hand down the ankle, pulling it slightly back, stretching the quads. We don't want to be way up here, holding it down, hip and knee align, and then squeeze that hip slightly forward, squeeze your butt cheeks, and that'll get that quad stretch a little deeper. Keep holding it for 4, 3, 2, and time. Good. Let's do the other side and get everything in there today. So it's a little bit more Pilates today than it is yoga, okay, as you probably noticed. So we're going to get the hips on the edge there, resting on your hand, angle your feet forward, flex your feet, lifting that hip up and down. Ready? Let's go for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, good job. 8, 9, 10 more. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Are you feeling the burn? 4. Use your core muscles at the same time. Right here, your obliques. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Slide that hand down to the ankle. Pull that knee slightly back behind, pressing that hip forward. Squeeze your butt cheeks. Hold it right here for a nice quad stretch. Hold it for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. We're going to come over on your belly. We're going to have our hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to have our legs extended, and we're just going to go into a nice little low back extension. What I don't want you to do is squeeze your glutes too tight. I want you to think more lower back, right? So hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to lift it up as high as you feel comfortable. So it could be right here. It could be a little higher, right? I just don't want you to squeeze your glutes. Hold it right here. Ease into it. If this is too much for you, don't go and lift up too high here. 2 more. 1 more. Releasing it back down. Right, so for someone that is super uncomfortable, especially if you're doing a lot of seated work, right? You're behind a desk, you're studying, you're working, whatever that may be. So that uncomfortable is actually not a bad thing unless you do have some sort of injuries. Then definitely be careful on what you're doing there. Arms and legs extended. We're going to lift both arms, both legs. If that is too hard, do not lift both arms, both legs. Just go back to what we just did. Okay? I'm just taking you up one level. All right, both hands, both legs up the ground. Hold it. Releasing it back down. Perfect. We're going to do that one more time, but this time I want you to flutter your legs, flutter your arms, and we're going to do that for 10 counts. Yeah? Ready? Lift it up, flutter, and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and release. Good. Hands underneath your shoulders, pop it up into a child's pose, sitting down into your heels, arms extended. Good job. All the way up on all fours. Your hands are going to be right underneath your shoulders, knees right underneath your hips. And we're going to go into a nice little cat and cow for 10. Ready? Let's go. Tuck the tailbone under. 1, and release. And again, 2, and release. And again, 3, and release. Just moving through that lower back. 4. Notice I move more through my lower back than my upper back, okay? 5. And again, 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. And release. We're going to come right into the middle of those 2 moves. So it's not here, not here. We're going to go right in the middle and we're going to brace the core. So I really want you to think about, I would wrap everything nice and tightly up in my core. I want to be right in the center of those 2 movements. Okay. We're going to take our right leg back behind us with a flexed foot. Lift it up a little bit so our glute is contracted. We don't want your toes pointing towards me. We want them to be pointed down towards the ground. Hold it right here for 4, 3, 2, release it down. Opposite leg, flex your foot, extend it back behind you, pointing the toes down, holding it for 4, 3, 2, and back down. We're going to take that right leg back one more time. This time we're going to point your toe. We're going to lift that leg up and down. Ready? Down and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Hold it right here. Don't change a thing with the legs. Take your right hand out of the occasion. Turn yourself sideways into a side plank. Yes? Let's hold it right here. Lift that foot back off the ground. Hold it. You're going to feel that nice little squeeze to the hip. Flex your foot. Lift a little bit higher. Come down and up. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah? Whew. Back to the center. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to switch it to this side, okay, so that we can see you better. And then from this, we're going to take your left leg back, point the toe. Hold it. We're going to lower that leg down and up. Ready? Down and lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it right here. Turn sideways into a side plank. Bottom leg is going to be behind you, the bobbin foot. Hold it right here. Pointing that foot. Let's go into a flexed foot. Up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew, that leg gets heavy. We're going to sit back into your child's pose, arms extended. Whew, nice deep breathing. Good work. We're going to come back up on all fours. Tucking the toes under. Get ready for a downward dog. When we're doing our downward dog, we're going to arch through that lower back. Tuck those toes under. We're going to come into a nice little V position. Ready? Lift that tailbone up to the ceiling, head going right through those arms. Think about a string on your tailbone, and we're going to pull on that string to the ceiling. Let's pull the knees into your thighs. Press the heels towards the mat. Don't worry about if the heel's not touching. It's all good. Spread those fingers, evenly pressing into each palm. Chin slightly tucked in and try to go a little deeper into it. Let's hold it. Nice deep breath in and out. We're going to move our hands down to the front of the mat into a plank position. We're going to hold that plank and we're going to rock forward and back. Ready? On your tippy toes into the heels. 2, 3, 4. Downward dog. Back to the plank. Rock it forward. 1, 2. Downward dog. Plank. Rock it forward and back. 1, 2. Downward dog. Plank. Rock it forward and back. 1, 2. Downward dog. Back to the plank. Rock it. 1, 2. Downward dog. One more time. Rocking it forward and back. Drop to the knees. Child's pose. How'd you do? Right, so a little bit more work in the shoulders, right? From here, we're going to tuck your toes under, walking our hands towards your knees, and we're going to pop onto your feet. Pressing those heels into the ground. So we're going to get a nice little stretch into those calves, okay? Hold it. We're going to come into a forward fold, lengthening those legs, head going down, press into the heels. Walk your hands forward on your fingertips. Back is as flat as you can get it. Walking your hands back into your forward fold. Get those feet a little bit wider, about the width of the mat. Sinking back down into a deep squat, as deep as you can get it, okay? So you just want to trust yourself here, right? Hold it. And depending on your knees, if your knees don't like this, don't go as deep. Okay, hold it, hold it, hold it. Straightening those legs back out. Head going through. Right, and I move my knees a little bit, bend one, straighten one, get a little stretch. Coming back down into that deep squat. Looking in front of me, right? So again, I'm trying to go as deep as I can with this. And back up into that forward fold. Now for your next one, I'm going to make sure I have my mat behind me, okay? Back into that deep squat. Now there's different ways of getting into this. You can either hold it right here, trust yourself, rock it into a ball, and come back here, yeah? If that was too quick and too much for you, just get into a seated position and then we're going to go into the ball, okay? Ready? Down and lift. 1, hold it. And again. Hold it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My knees are not leaving the position that I'm in. Okay? 2, last one, and 10. Nice and slowly back onto your back. Hold it right here. Rock your knees side to side. Very nice. We're going to straighten those legs out. Going right into a nice lying down, relaxed position. I want you to think about pulling that belly button in, hands down beside you. Take a deep breath, closing those eyes. And exhaling it out. Relax those shoulders. Now, I really want you to think about everything that's happening underneath your mat, okay? So your heels, your calves, your hips are touching. Your hips are relaxed. Your quads and hamstrings are relaxed. Your lower back is relaxed. Your shoulders are relaxed into the mat. If they're not, just sort of loosen them up a little bit. And as we're trying to relax everything from the feet to the head, we want to do some nice deep breathing. And ideally, if you can, slow down your breath to a point that we're only going to maybe do 2, maybe 3 deep breaths in 1 minute. So your inhale becomes a lot slower and your exhale becomes a lot slower. Really try to tune into your body. If there's any tension you're feeling, any pains you're feeling, really draw some extra energy into that area as you're inhaling. And then exhaling it back out. Slowing that breath right down. So I welcome you to stay here for a bit longer and really enjoying this position, really staying in tune with where you are right now in the moment. If you can hang out here for maybe another 5-10 minutes, that would be ideal. If you're kind of running out of time and you got to do other things, I understand. We all get busy. But you know what? What's an extra 5 minutes in trying to let the body do what it needs to do to heal? And we're not just inhaling and exhaling to heal externally and getting breathe in. Think internally. All that oxygen going in and getting all those organs filled with oxygen, the blood flow, everything is happening here, creating some nice positive energy. please, please, please try to stay here for a bit longer. In the meantime, I'm going to slowly disappear from your screen. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Sonja from Success Fitness. And thank you, Roy Rhodes, for letting us do this for the last 8 months, almost 9 months, I guess. And I'll be seeing you back here on Friday for our last online class. And then you have all classes to go back to from March on forward and see how much you've improved.